And Timora Otiahi, or the heat of the battle, the world's first ever real street competition, sponsored by a university. That's me. The event's in its second year, and after last year's massive success, this year saw many of the world's best rollerbladers come to battle many of New Zealand's best, including back-to-back and current world champion Australian Blake Dennis, Melbourne's three-time overall world champion Sam Fogarty, Kiwis Isaac Cullen, Danny Jensen, and brother Johnny Jensen.
Soon out, just down and to your left.
The field would be cut down at each spot onto spot 2, a much harder rail. Sam Fogarty from Australia showing his class. He would be battling countryman Blake Dennis, New Zealand's Tim Van Weert, and New Zealand's Danny Jensen. Sydney's side of Blake Dennis owned spot 2. So on to spot 3, Chopper, a massive triple kink at Waikato Uni, and a chance for the Kiwis to get back in the mix. You see Blake Dennis there looking on as Isaac Cullen laces the whole rail. Kiwi Danny Jensen pushing the Australians would be the Kiwi brother combo of Danny and Johnny Jensen, fresh back from Tahoe in the States.
For me, like Sam was pretty much going before me with every trick, so I was just working off his energy, and that's got me hyped.
Well, me, that's why I kept on going after you.
Well, it's the same guys, like they killed it last year, and they've just improved, 100%.
I mean, for the people who have never seen a real street contest, tell me what separates it from the rest of, say, the XR events.
Well, in the normal events, you got 60 seconds to land your tricks. When this, like that means you got to land all your first go. Here it gives you a chance, like you can miss it, get back up there real quick and do it, and then do another trick. And it's just how for me, I grew up skating on the street, like schools like this, and never got permission, but that's why I love coming here, because it's just more relaxed, and where in the world can you get a university give money for the winner?
Make sure to dig deep in those shoes, man. They do hide stuff in there, right?
He's got a beard. That's some shady shit right there. Guys like this is shady, yeah?
Look, we're Vodafone next year. This is a lovely Katie who, by chance, just has to be going out with Sam Fogarty, who's going to be competing on the Verum and on the street course for the inline event. And Sam's actually practicing any of his 360s in front of the mirror on top of the bed. Do you participate at all?
No, not really. Oh, that's great.
Wait a bit.
Make some noise for the beat. Mr. J.
Enough said.
Those guys are like 12. I'm pretty sure that's illegal even in Hamilton. Inline street now. And the return of back-to-back world champ Blake Dennis.
We all come over here, and it's just the best event of the year, like better than any comp that I go to in America or anything. It's a relaxed vibe, and you get free beer, free Red Bull.
Maybe that's why Johnny Jensen from New Zealand is so charged up. That or his ADHD pumps over the big box. Heads to the rail. Alley-oop porn star. And then whammo, what do you know, drops it off that big gator pit over the flat bottom and into the wall ride. Nice high stall at about the second story. 540 over the gap, goes down. Johnny Jensen. Back to back to back world overall champ Sam Fogarty from Melbourne, Australia. Now Fishbrain stall on the back rail. Comes back into the launch box. 540. Nice flow on show here from Sam Fogarty.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. All the skating levels increased a lot lately, especially New Zealanders, so yeah, it was a good competition.
Sammy Fogarty's compatriot Blake Dennis may be the best rollerblader in the world right now. Look at that 180 drop in. Takes the speed, applies it to the wall. Alley-oop wall ride. comes back at the box. You see these guys, the professionals had great lines. 360 rocket there, torque slide all the way down that ledge. Cavs, alley-oop.
No, I don't think I was nervous. I get nervous for every competition, but that kind of pumps me up.
Tim Van Weerd, local Hamiltonian, massive 180 off the wedge. This is a guy who seems to be rollerblading with just so much power, speed and finesse. The man in black gets some speed up, gap, ooh, disaster, soul grind, fist pump, the crowd loves it.
That was so good. Tim, so consistent, so solid. It's good.
For New Zealand's Danny Jensen to beat Blake and Tim Van Weerd, he's going to have a flawless run. Ooh, doesn't help that he goes down on the top side. Disaster. Wall ride there, though. He's got to get himself back in the game. Nice 540 transfer, a la his brother. All over the course. Judges looking for variation. Comes back at this top side. Disaster. Mute. Stops it. Gotta love it. The crowd loves it. Daddy loves it.
We go to America and skate. Haven't really done it. Been there once, but I didn't skate much, so it'd be good to go over there and skate.
Danny Jansen, crowned inline street champ for 2004.
You know, one of the real highlights of 2003 Vodafone Clear was the skate vert jam. This year it's a best trick comp, and it's going off again.
Fala galera, bem-vindos ao Vodafone Expert Skateboarding Best Trick right now.
Could have been a McTwist, but wasn't.
The love affair between you and Diaz.
It used to be very sexual, but now she's got a girlfriend, it's not. So Sandro's the best, but it doesn't matter how good you're on the ramp. That's what the women love.
Nice. Cool. He's going to talk to us after. It's business. Later. Little Sandro just gave us the goal. He said later, man, later.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to watch those guys from Rio because they'll take all your money, all your prizes, all your women. And I said to him, have you got a throne here yet? Because he's won so many times. He said, no, I got no throne.
No throne yet, but he is back-to-back Vodafone XC champ, and over the last couple of years he's taken back about 18 kilos worth of bling-bling.
Sandra's about to try the 900. Only one person made it so far in the world, and hopefully Sandra will be the second person in the world to do it. I've seen him try once before and it looks perfect. He can definitely do it, so.
Meanwhile, somewhere in Hamilton, Sandra was still trying a 900. And still trying the 900. And oh well. Of inline vert substation X Air. It was a showdown not just between Australia and Brazil here, but between men and women. A battle of the sexes. Shane Yoss and Fabiola da Silva.
This is a story about Tony Torres. He was the nicest guy I had ever met. Then one day he got stabbed in the head, and when he woke up, this is what he said.
I love this competition. It's a cool vibe, such a mellow atmosphere, good music, good skaters. I mean, what more do you want? It's awesome.
Just makes me feel good, you know. I mean, the guys, they just push me. I really look into the guys to learn new tricks, and maybe I'll help them sometimes too to push themselves. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna dominate.
Fab is probably one of the most remarkable people in the world. I mean, she's one of the only athletes out there that competes on the guys' level, you know. She's been competing with the guys for such a long time now, and it's, you know, it's great. I mean, she's killing it.
How are you loving it here in New Zealand?
It's been fun so far. I would have liked to go to the beach also and skate the event, so it's been fun so far. The weather got better, so.
Sandra was telling me earlier that you're a huge Ricky Martin fan. You know, what's your favorite
Ricky
song?
Martin fan?
Yeah. That's what Sandra said.
1, 2, 3. I don't know.
What are you going to be prepping for, and what moves are you going to be throwing down?
Oh, well, you know, after a hard night, I'm feeling kind of fuzzy today. No, not really. The cool thing is it's a jam session format today, There's none of that stringentness with runs and trying to do safe flicks and stuff. That's more or less just have a session, go off and have a good time.
Well, maybe a good time, but if there's one thing that drives these guys nuts, it's being beaten by Fabiola. Sure, they're all good mates, but believe me, they get heckled when they get back to the stage. Shane Yost, 900 flat spin there, and this jam session is underway. Look at this, 2.5 rotations, gets flat, rotates out of it. Unbelievable. Sammy Fogarty, one of the best all-round rollerbladers in the world. You saw him on street earlier. Now a little stall on the back railing there, and back in. He's got it all, little invert action. Fogarty in the house. Year after year, one of the crowd favourites at the Vodafone X here, Sesamora, mostly because he gets his shirt off. He's got a lot of amplitude in him too. Big 720 action. The Sydney sider.
They were insane. This was so good. We had a good jam session. The locals didn't feel any pressure because they could just do their tricks. We didn't feel any pressure because we just skated until we were ready to get off the ramp. If someone fell, next person in. It was just fun.
Do you get like motion sickness when you're upside down?
Man, yeah,
I've been
definitely.
Tasmania, man. He's surrounded by the ocean. He's used to it.
I'm used to spinning around, you see.
I think Sessa thought he said ocean sickness. Sesamora from Sydney, Australia in the ramp. Massive, massive ears. Nice inside grab there before, and then the little Liu Kang 540. Also from Sydney, Scotty Crawford, one of the originators of rollerblading, the longest competing rollerblader in the world. Been riding for about 10 years now on the pro circuit. Now here she is, Fabiola Olivia de Simons de Silva, or Fabiola de Fox for short. The #1 female rollerblader in the world, and some would argue the #1 female action sports athlete, competing against the guys pulling out the big tricks from Brazil. Look at this. Oh my Lord.
I just feel happy. I mean, I just learned that trick and I never did it in front of like 1,000 people. And I wanted to do it, so I did it. Pretty excited.
So the jam format means you just skate till you drop. Sesamora still in there. Huge backflip for the crowd. Crowd getting amped up like you wouldn't believe. That patented backflip. Now Shane Yost. He's seen Fabiola land the 900 flat spin. The only girl ever to do so. She landed it right there. Shane Yost goes for the double flat